What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Back at you with another video. Nikon Z9. We're gonna have some fun today at the beach again. Gonna see what kind of action we can capture. I got me this recorder from Suikui. We're gonna test it out. I know there's Adamus recorders out there for a lot more money than this one, but you know what? We're gonna see what this recorder can do to record the EVF. Excited, guys. How's the recorder doing? Yeah, is it good? We're gonna test out this recorder today, and we're gonna mount the lens. We're gonna go shoot some action and have some fun. Hey, how you like my cap? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Nikon Z9. So who needs a flip screen, right, guys? Who needs flip screen? I love this city, man. Orange County, California. Oh, this recorder comes in handy, guys. I love it. How's it tracking me, guys? Got on person detect. You ready to have a good time with the Nikon Z9 today? And we got some people behind me. Let's see how it's tracking me. This recorder comes in handy, guys. Seriously. Yeah, super excited. Suikui, let's see what you can do, baby. We're going to take some pictures. We're going to test out the autofocus in the Nikon Z9. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy this video, guys, because I love making these videos on Vahagraphy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before I forget, we're going to use the gimbal today. Pro Media Gear, the Kitana Pro Junior. Brought the 600 FL. I love this 14-30 lens, guys. This 14-30 lens rocks. Let's rock and roll. Today, I will be using the Pro Media Gear GKjr Kitana Pro. Amazing gimbal, guys. I use it with my long Nikon telephoto lenses, 600mm, 400mm. Here I got the 600mm on. Hey, check out these photographers. How many cameras does she have? Is that a Nikon? I think they were getting ready for a shoot. And also today I will be using the Suikui 1080p video capture monitor to record my Nikon Z9 EVF. It's got a full HDMI in and out. It's battery operated with Sony MPF batteries and also USB powered. It retails for $199. It's lightweight, built well, and it works as described. The model number is RH35 by Suikui. The buttons feel great. They're all nicely laid out with the record button, play button, and a whole host of other features. I'll put the link in the description below. There's too much to go over right now, but check it out. It's worth a look. It takes micro SD cards right on the device. If you need a monitor or if you need a capture device, I welcome you to check it out. Alright guys, so with the monitor on, the 600mm FL, look, fellow photographer here. More on him a little later. The Nikon Z9. So I'm finally recording my EVF so I could show you guys the autofocus performance of this camera. Right now I have it on 3D tracking AFC 20 frames per second. As you can see, it's tracking the surfer very well. I'm using the back button autofocus. What's cool is after this sequence, I reviewed some of the images in my EVF, captured it right on the device, made sure it nailed the focus. Now, this sequence that you just saw here are just a couple of images that I thought I would highlight straight from the camera. JPEGs. Let's zoom in here. Nailed it. The Nikon Z9 nailed it. For these surfing shots, I was using 3D tracking the majority of the time because I wanted freedom to frame my subject anywhere I pleased. If I'm doing sports like this, 20 frames per second I think is overkill. I would pick and choose my spots. I would even probably shoot at 5 frames per second doing surfing. My takeaway this time out, I think the Z9 nailed it. Where and when I wanted the camera to be in focus, it nailed it. I'm saying about 90-95% of the time. Sure, I mean, this is a device. No camera is perfect, guys, but the Z9 is an excellent camera, and I'm very happy with these results. I played around with the subject detection. I put it on human instead of automatic. This was a killer sequence I captured, and I got a lot of shots in focus. Here are just some of the shots that stuck out to me. How do these surfers do it? Oh, he's glued to that board. Anyway, I was shooting in high efficiency RAW and JPEG. I switched it to lossy compressed. It went from 8.7K remaining files to 3.7. I'm using a 512 gigabyte CF Express Type B card. Hey, here's our photographer. How do you like that bokeh? He's a Nikon shooter, I think. Let's zoom into his cameras. Is that a Nikon? I'm thinking it's a Nikon. That's a 7200 VR1 lens, but I think it's a D500. Let me comment. Let me know. What is that, guys? Is that a Leica or a Fuji? In this next example, I was messing with the settings, as you see here, adjusting the display, and then I saw action coming. The camera was ready to capture, and this is how quick the Nikon Z9 is. Here's a couple of images from that sequence. I'm at 1/1000th of a second. It captured it very nicely. Look at the detail of that board and the surfer. This was a surfing competition, a professional surfing competition. Here are the announcers. And I took a couple of shots. Here, this guy right here. He's like, "What are you doing, man? You're taking pictures of me or the surfers?" So this one really stuck out to me. Let me crop it in and let me show you the detail of the waves, the 3-dimension look this lens just produces. This is the Nikon 600mm FL, ladies and gentlemen. Great quality glass. You can see every little detail of this young gentleman's face, the sunscreen, just everything, the quality. Hey, here's a guy looking for gold on the beach. Little does he know, I found gold purchasing the Nikon Z9. Here's an example of this guy playing with a soccer ball. Every single shot, this is shot 5 frames per second, but every single shot is in focus. Look at the sequence of numbers on the left. Every single shot nails it every time, guys. This lens camera combination with the gimbal is just so fun to use. It's rocking, man. Here's an example of the bokeh. You know, I love this lens, so I'm going to show it off a little bit. This is under the Huntington Beach Pier. All right, someone once told me if you want to get close to the birds, go to the beach. So we're doing some bird shots with animal eye detect, autofocus, 3D tracking, and I can't complain. Cannot complain because, like I said, every time I needed the shot, I got it, and it's tracking the bird very, very well. Even though there's other birds coming in the picture, it's sticking to that bird that I have selected. With 3D tracking enabled, you can set the focus point to an approximate location on, for example, which bird you wanted to track. With back button autofocus or your shutter button, the camera will start working and tracking the subject accordingly, very quickly, very fast. Here I'm using the new 2.0 firmware update features, the AF box, these new options we have, and it's called WC1, WC2. I find it very useful to set your AF area. For example, here I have it on AF area wide, and the camera is tracking the eye in that zone. So it comes in handy when you want to switch from subject to subject, as I'm doing here, and the Z9 is just tracking it. Here's another example of the Z9 just nailing focus every single time. Bikers, walkers, joggers, you name it, it's doing great, and I'm really liking these results. Here we go again. This guy's going really fast, but it's nailing focus, and look at the sequence of numbers, every single shot in focus. It wouldn't be a Vahagraphy review without video clips, so here we go. I have the set on AF area automatic, and it's tracking the eye of the subject. What do you think of these results you see? Leave me a comment down below, I would like to know. In this next example, I am choosing the subject with the AF area box, WC2. This takes some practice. You shift it with the joystick of the Z9 and just, move it over, slide it over, and it just picks the autofocus and it tracks it. Look at in between those objects. Does a really good job. The biker, that guy in the foreground, did not affect the focus point whatsoever. I'm isolating the subject with WC2 feature, and the Z9 is doing its thing. Now in this next example, I want you to pay attention to the subjects in the foreground of the frame, and it does not affect what I want the camera to do. These people walking in front of me, the camera was locked onto this bicycle rider and it did its thing. I have VR selected on the 600 FL, and this is very usable video footage out of the camera. And look at the shimmer in the backdrop, the atmosphere. Is that heat? Look at that shimmer. It's very usable footage if you're doing documentaries, if you want candid shots of just people out and about. I can talk your head off all day regarding the 600mm f4 FL. But today was a big learning day. I learned a lot of this combination with the Z9, the recorder, the 600 FL, and the gimbal. I had fun, and I can't wait till next time. Taking a little break, guys. Nothing like a nice cold beer when you're thirsty. Rock and roll. How you guys enjoying this video so far, guys? Well, the more you spend time with the Nikon Z9, the more you understand what a camera it is, how special this camera is. And I love it, from the ergonomics to the colors out of the box to the features. Firmware 2.0 is great, as you see so far. Alright guys, well, I loved it. I love this camera, the Nikon Z9. I love it. And the Suikui recorder for under 200 bucks. This thing is awesome. I see myself. This is like a little box going like this. Alright, so good job on that. It comes in handy, as you saw in this video. The Nikon Z9 tracking, autofocus tracking, video, photo, firmware 2.0. And it has a lot of features. All the autofocus features, autofocus zones, 3D tracking, wide area AF, and that new feature with firmware 2.0 where the focus box, either it's vertical or horizontal, comes in handy, guys. It rocks all the way. So I'm so glad I stuck with you guys, because you guys are doing good things right now. It's 2022. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you guys. The Nikon Z9 rocks. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, Vahagraphy, we have a lot of fun here, guys. So like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching. Once again, we'll see you guys on another video. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer, and I love this camera. Yeah, and by the way, look at this beautiful scene. How's this tracking? How's this tracking? It's tracking good. Rock and roll. What's good, guys? Hey, by the way, this is my stomping grounds. Look at that flag right there. Beautiful flag. I'm in Newport Beach, California. Beautiful town. Nikon Z9. And one day, if I hit the mega millions, this guy's living my dream. This guy's living my dream right here. He's building. Check that out. Freaking awesome. Well, it's time to go. Hey, what's good, guys? Vahagan here from Vahagraphy. If you like more rockin' videos like this one, go ahead and check the videos on the screen and subscribe to this channel, Vahagraphy. Rock and roll.